Okay, that went behind a building. I'll have to check that out later, but it went too slow and made no noise at all. Went right over my head and made no noise. Okay, now look at the CN Tower. That's not man-made lights either, those are orbs moving counterclockwise and charging up all the orbs that are around the CN Tower in the air and on the ground and anywhere in between. They're the ones responsible for charging up the ones on the lake. Now, that is not a man-made light, and that is not a part of the CN Tower. Those orbs are outside and not on the structure, and they're rotating or revolving counterclockwise around the tower, and see, they're going to create more plasma because now their rotational speed is increasing, or their revolutions are increasing as well, and you can just see the orbs. It'll pick up faster and faster to where it's just going to look like a line and a big plasma field. And you can see all the orbs in the air very clearly, and I don't even have it on full zoom. It's only like at half. So just keep looking at that energy field. So what I think that is, I think it's a dimensional gate, like a wormhole or a portal. And what they do is create these, they've been creating them all over Toronto and bringing more of these things in. So what I think it is it's a portal and a dimensional gate through which they come in. They also can leave through it, just in and out of our dimension any way they please. All those orbs in the air are interdimensional entities, and they're very intelligent. Just because they look small, that's not small. That's far away, and it looks small. I'll show you how far away that is from where I am. It's kilometers away. Okay, so it's about at least 5 to 8 kilometers. I'm not sure exactly how far it is, but that's far enough so that these things look small. But look, when you get closer to it, let me just adjust the camera. Now you can see the orbs clearly, and they're not small at all. Those things are like 10 feet or more in diameter, especially those white ones. And that's the gate right there in the middle, or the portal. And you can see how fast they're moving, that it looks like they're always in one place. But they're going right around the round part of the CN Tower, which is the restaurant. I'm just going to back up for a minute. They're going around that huge structure so fast that it looks like they're standing still in one spot. And you can clearly see the orbs, and that's not part of the CN Tower. That's them. There they go into a plasma state, and you can see all the other orbs going around the tower. And that's the restaurant part, and you can clearly see them making the plasma field. And that's how they open up a portal. They do it by creating enough energy in order to punch a hole in space-time. It's all about energy. These things are energy. They are energy entities or beings. They can be pure energy, they can be plasma, so they can be light or plasma, and they also have the capacity and the ability and the know-how technologically to change from a pure energy state of light to a material state in any shape, in any dimension, and in every possible way or shape or form, either a living or a non-living thing, but they can materialize into either a non-living or a living thing. They can be you, they could be an animal, they can be a bird, a fish, an insect, a tree, or else, you know, they could just be themselves, which is orbs. And there's lots of them. You can see how many of them there are. There's so many that you can't see the CN Tower. And they don't want you to see the CN Tower because they don't want you to see what they're doing. Look how many there are. The air is just so full of them that we breathe them in and everything. And they're inside of us. If you don't believe that, then you're a fool. Watch when the hexahedrons start appearing. There'll be more than one, because that's a huge energy field. There it is. It's opening up. The portal is opening up. Now look at the size of that portal. You can put a spaceship through it. Because they don't need much room. They're made out of energy. And they can pass through an atom, let alone a hole that size. Just watch the CN Tower disappear. What's happening to it is it's being put in a different dimension. It's in between dimensions, and it's acting as a portal. All the ones you see in your screen are coming in. They're coming into the third dimension. It's like an avalanche, like a tidal wave coming in. And there's the hexahedron. So that's the portal right there. And that's big. Big, big. It is unfortunate that people just don't want to believe this, and they're turning their back on good information, but it's going to catch up to you if you turn your back on it, because these things are here and they're here to stay, and they're not here to help us out or do anything silly like that. They're here to take this planet over and get rid of us in the same process. So they need this for resources, and they're coming to take it. If you look at that closely, you can see all the counter-revolutions of various clusters. Those are clusters coming in. I'm going to back off, see if I can see the CN Tower. Okay, so you can barely see it. Just check out how it's lighting up. There's no lights there. There's no lights there whatsoever. That's them creating the light. The only lights on that tower are the ones for airplanes, and that's higher up on the antenna. I don't know anyone who can say this is a man-made light. That would be insane to think that that's a man-made light. You can clearly see all the orbs and how they rotate and revolve around each other. All the movement is counterclockwise. And the reasons that the colors are changing is because of the input of energy. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Therefore the color changes because they're doing this whole thing inside our atmosphere. And there are many gases in our atmosphere, so they react different with different color at different temperature levels. So therefore the colors are changing with the amount of heat produced. And that plasma is created by superfast revolutions. Look at that. Just look at that. Now that's real high energy right now. You have to look at the electromagnetic wave spectrum. Notice that inside it's all plasma. You have to look at the electromagnetic wave spectrum to know what temperature triggers off what light when air is involved. This is all going on in our atmosphere, so we're dealing with air. So I hope you can watch this and understand what's going on. Look at all of them coming in. You can clearly see them coming in. They're just pouring out of that portal right there. And they're coming right into our third dimension. Look how many that is. That's that many every 1/1,000,000th of a second. I don't know where they're all going to fit, and I certainly don't know where we're all going to go and fit, because there won't be any room left for us. And that guy that once took a picture with his cell phone of these lights where you can't hardly see what's going on, he should get a camera and take a real video and real photos of this instead of brushing it off as a joke, because he'll be the first guy crying when the time comes, and so will everyone else that's denying this, and they won't believe that it's a fact. Yeah, that's the CN Tower, downtown Toronto. And all those orbs are all over the place. They're all over this planet, not just Toronto. The same situation exists everywhere. It's just that I am filming it in Toronto. You're looking straight down the tunnel, and that's the wormhole. You're looking right inside of it, and those things are coming right at you. They're coming out into our dimension. and the orbs on the outside, they're creating that rip in time-space, and they're doing it with their velocity. They're creating a rip in space-time with their velocity. They not only revolve super fast, but they also have a high harmonics level, meaning their vibrations are an extreme high harmonics. So together with the velocity counterclockwise around the tower and their high vibrations and harmonics, they produce they punch a hole in space-time and create a energy derived porthole, or a dimensional gap, and a gateway from whatever dimension to ours, to the third dimension. And you can see how fast those orbs are moving. They look like they're standing in one place, but they've actually made thousands of revolutions around the tower, just faster than you can blink. And that's why they look like they're standing still in one place, because they're going too fast to notice how fast. I'm going to back off just to show you the whole thing. Let's see if I can get the top. Now look at all that energy. And there are no lights right there on the bottom. At the bottom of that, there are no lights. And there are no lights that do that on the CN Tower at all. I've lived here for 40 years, and it wasn't even here when I first lived in Toronto, so I know about the CN Tower and what it has. I've eaten in that restaurant many times, so I know a lot about it since I've been there, and I filmed it enough to know that those are not normal lights, and that's a dimensional porthole or portal, any way you want to call it, a gateway to another dimension, a portal, or a porthole into time-space, a gap. And it's created by energy. It's an artificial energy field using electromagnetic energy derived from inertia and velocity of the orbs traveling around the tower at super high rate of speed, and also at super high frequency vibrations. So this is going to do that all night, and it's going to import more orbs into our environment. And look how many there are. You can just check out how many there are. All those things moving around the screen, that's them. It's wall-to-wall them. And pretty soon everything will be them. There's nothing wrong with the camera or the focus or anything else. And that's just how many of them there are. And they're not here to help. Whoever's thinking they're here to help or do anything good for this planet, they want to do good for this planet. That means good for them is to use it for their benefit. And if we're in the way, they're going to get rid of us. So there's your time tunnel and your dimensional tunnel right there. That's just one of them. There's many around Toronto. You can just see that the whole thing is them. Even the part that's the restaurant is not solid. How many of them there are? Just keep your eye on it and watch the movement. I'm going to close in one more time. As you can see, there are many rings or layers of orbs that are creating their revolutions around the CN Tower restaurant part. And that's because it takes a lot of energy to create a portal or a dimensional gap, a rift in time-space, or a tear, or a wormhole. It doesn't matter really what you call it. They're creating a doorway to bring more of them into our dimension. And you're looking right at it. And this is right downtown in plain sight. It's just that people are too stupid to realize what it is and what's going on. But I can't help that. All I can do is show it. Ignorance is not going to be an excuse. Just keep looking at that. I'm going to have a smoke. I was intending to quit, but now since all of them are here and things don't look so good, I don't see the point. Back off a little bit so you can see the whole thing right there. So you can see the whole thing clearly with the layers, the different clusters revolving counterclockwise. Notice nobody ever runs into one another. It's amazing. So many of them, zillions of them, never ran into one another. All these years of watching this, and they never run into each other. That shows you how intelligent they are. So to the guy that did his phone thing video with saying that it's for the Leafs or some team, that's why the lights are on, he's full of shit. They're not on for that at all. And this is what they're on for. And they're not on because they're not man-made lights. It's these things, the orbs, creating the lights. And all that is different plasma states due to their high-speed revolutions and high-frequency vibrations. So you should not listen to ignorant people. You should check this out yourself. You got a camera, take it out and use it. Prove the things, all these things to yourself, because they're all around you. You can't miss them. There's so many, they're all around you, and you can prove this very same thing I'm talking about to yourself. You don't have to listen to me or anyone else. That's the best way to reassure yourself what's what. Don't listen to anybody. Prove it to yourself. If you got a camera, start using it. The more people that use the cameras, the better it is. The more people will be awakened and realize what's really going on all around them. And that our planet is slowly being taken away from us. And all our rights are going to be gone very soon. And we'll all be stuck in FEMA camps. And you don't come out from them. So there's your lights, like the guy said, for the Leafs or any other team in Toronto. If you can believe that now after watching this, then good luck to you. You're asleep and there's no help for you. You'll never wake up. You can even see all of them just all over the structure. I'll just back up a little bit. You can see the whole structure is covered by the top and bottom, below and above that restaurant. And they're just all over. So that's the new portal in Toronto, and it's out of reach of everybody because it's about 1 kilometer up in the air. I don't know exactly how much. I think it's about 600 meters actually up in the air. So no one is able to come near it. It's a very safe place for a portal. So if you ever wanted to see UFOs, I don't know where else you can see more than this whole thing. They're just everywhere. Every one of those things that's moving is a UFO. But what they really are orbs. Look at that. That's your dimensional portal right there. And that's huge. Can pass a spaceship through it easy. just look at that for a while and try to figure out how the movement is going around counterclockwise and what's really going on. And I hope you realize that that's plasma and not any man-made light. So I hope you realize this is happening everywhere, not just Toronto. This is just one little example of what's happening all over Toronto. And this is happening all over Canada. I've traveled Canada from ocean to ocean and north to south over the past 2 years, and I know that this is the same, even worse in some places than this. So I know what I'm talking about when I tell you that these things are here and they're not from this planet. They're not even from this dimension. They're not from any dimension that we know. They're from a totally different dimension and a totally different space-time, if they have any. I'm not even sure that they have a thing called space-time, but they are able to exist in space-time and in any dimension. I'm gonna back it up. So look at the CN Tower. Back up some more to see if I can see. No, that's too far. I can't see the pattern. You have to be close enough, but not too close. I'm going to put this on my channel just the way it is. I'm not going to touch anything. Just going to put it the way it is. Hopefully the people who are awake will realize what time it is, and those that aren't will possibly awake and see what's happening. And this is all I can do. I can't ask people to believe me or anything else. I can't make anyone do what I want. So all I can do is show the facts, and these are the facts. You're looking right at them. You can see that the size of those red clusters are huge. And my battery is going to die out in a minute. I'm just going to let it run out. I'll back off one more time to show the whole thing. Okay, so those are not man-made lights. No, put them on the CN Tower. Those are orbs, and they are interdimensional entities. Right here in the third dimension in Toronto, and they're all over the earth. There's no place on earth that they're not at. in the water, in all our oceans, lakes, everything, any water source, in the soil, above the soil, in the air, and especially in our atmosphere. And besides, they surround the entire planet and are spread all through our solar system. And this is sort of like a solar system type invasion of an alien entity. And these are all clusters. Their basic form is a hexahedron cluster. The reason they don't always look like a hexahedron, look like orbs or other things, is because they can change shape. And another reason is because they can glow, and the glow hides the true shape. But their true shape is a hexahedron. That's their basic shape and component. So I'm just letting the battery run out. That's all electromagnetic energy. It's all done with electromagnetic energy. So now you've seen an interdimensional portal right here in Toronto. Thank you for watching my video. Have a good night.